Protagonists are the main characters of their stories, but what some of us fail to realize is that antagonists and side characters are protagonists as well, just with their own goals, values, and ambitions in mind. And so while one protagonist stands out among the other three, all four of them are protagonists. And we will be discussing each of the 10 greatest moments individually right now. Okay guys, we are now on to the final character, a character that obviously doesn't need any introduction whatsoever. We're talking about Sly Cooper, the handsome, good-looking, cunning, devious, sneaky raccoon, the main character of this entire franchise, and the one who basically set all this up. As some of you recall, there was a video that I released around Christmas time of the greatest Sly Cooper moments, the top 15 greatest Sly Cooper moments, but that was more so a conjoined, everybody involved greatest moments, not just a solely Sly Cooper video. So for this video, we're solely focusing on just Sly Cooper and what his greatest moments are within this franchise, for those that are confused. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready too. Let's get into it. The final video for this protagonist saga that I've been working on. Number 10. Stealing the police files from Sly 1. The very first ever time we get to see Sly in action. In the first game, Sly Cooper and the Devious Raccoonist Sly's up top the police building in what is arguably one of the most iconic missions in this entire franchise. We go inside the police HQ to steal some police files that are about Sly and his childhood past. Also in this mission, we get to see 3 other characters that Sly works with constantly. Gee, I wonder what those 3 characters are. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, back to the mission. Yeah, Sly manages to steal the police files and escape with the 2 characters while one character attempts to chase him and the other 2 down. This moment gets number 10 on the list because, again, it's our very first introduction to Sly, and it was a pretty damn iconic mission. We get to see Sly's character, see how he operates, see how he controls, see how he interacts with other characters as well. Just a beautiful mission altogether. Gets number 10 because of how important it is. It's set up for the franchise, but it's not the most iconic moment in this franchise. There are definitely way more iconic moments than this. Number 9. Retrieving the Clockwork eyes back from Sly 2. We get this moment at the very end of the chapter, A Tangled Web. Now, this particular moment is Sly getting back both of the Clockwood eyes from everyone after all the chaos that happened in the operation. So practically, we had a straightforward plan / operation going, and then out of nowhere, it just went haywire, and we should blame another character for that, though we're going to talk about that character possibly in a future video. But yeah, so Neela gets away with the Clockwork eye, leaving Sly to have to chase her down so that he can get the eye back, leaving everybody else to try to figure out the rest of the plan without him. So Bentley has to shoot down all the planes, Murray has to chase down Carmelita. Then next thing you know, Contessa gets involved and tries to fight us for the eye. I mean, there's so much went off the charts. And yet, somehow, someway, we managed to get both of the Clockwork eyes back. With Murray getting one of the eyes back after Carmelita stole it from Bentley, and then Sly getting the eye back from Contessa after she stole it from him from stealing it from Neela. See how crazy that entire operation was? But yeah, this moment gets number 9 on the list because of how crazy everything got and how much it took for Sly to work to get that eye back. Being very persistent and determined to get it, no matter what it took. And even showing he has a very strong mind, having to be able to break through to Contessa's hypnosis many, many times. Number 8. Distracting everyone by dancing with Carmelita from Sly 2. I could put both the dance sequences from Sly 2 in here with Neela and Carmelita, but if I had to pick which one is the better of the two, it's definitely Carmelita, because he's doing it in the middle of an operation while Murray sneakily and slyly, get the pun there, but yeah, Murray sneakily and slyly coming down and stealing the Clockwork wings from everyone while no one is paying attention to him. I'm impressed that not a single soul noticed what was going on, but the fact that they managed to pull it off was actually pretty damn impressive. But yeah, this just goes to show how swift and suave Sly is, being able to pull everybody's attention towards him. Even some of the villains that we faced later in the game, like the Contessa, John Bassan, and Arpeggio, they're all like, this man is really suave and smooth. Even Carmelita we see, she's like falling in love with Sly all over again. Even though she has no idea who he is, even though it should be blatantly obvious who it is. But yeah, so this moment gets number 8 on the list because again, it plays into Sly's ability to sway and distract people away from everybody else. Using his charm, his good looks, and his quick wits. It's no wonder that Thaddeus Cooper was such a huge influence on him. And I do hope that if we ever get the ability to see Sly again in any type of media, that we get to hear a little bit more about Thaddeus Cooper, because he looks like a very, very important Cooper in this entire franchise. Number 7. Defeating the Paradox from Sly 4. Now, I know, I already hear the comment section typing, why is this moment on here to begin with? It's on here because it does play an important role in the story. Unfortunately, the story probably never being retold or told ever again after this, but I had to put it in here because it does play a part in Sly's legacy being saved. So yeah, after getting every Cooper ancestor to unite and basically destroy Le Paradox's ship and restore the timelines, it is all up to Sly now to stop Le Paradox for good and take him out once and for all. The boss fight is very, very terrible. A very, very terrible boss fight. But the importance of what it does for the story is more important here. So, Sly stopping Le Paradox and, you know, basically, even though he didn't get him arrested per se, because Le Paradox is own stupid, but didn't anticipate a plane coming when he jumped. But yeah, so Sly manages to defeat Le Paradox. Paradox tries to escape but can't escape and ends up falling to the earth. Gets arrested for his actions. That's to where Sly unfortunately lands in Egypt. Yada yada yada. Hashtag free Sly from Egypt. Terrible ending aside, the Cooper clan's legacy is safe and secure, and we get hope that Bentley, Murray, and Carmelita will work their asses off to make sure Sly gets back home safely. And putting Le Paradox in his place while also locking him away for a very, very long time is very satisfactory given what he did to the Sly Cooper franchise. Number 6. The Cookie Heist from Sly Comic Issue Number 1. This moment is without a doubt one of the most important in the franchise's history because of what it paved way for later down the line. Sly, Bentley, and Murray are accomplishing their very first heist together. Cookie Heist involving Sly being the thief, trying to sneak in and steal cookies from their evil teacher, Miss Puffin. Then you have Bentley, you know, basically crayoning out the plan entirely. And then you have Murray being the getaway driver. And just when they think that the plan is about to fall apart because the janitor is about to ruin this entire operation for them, Sly, somehow, like he always does, manages to sneak the object on hand at the very last minute for everybody to be able to enjoy. The younglings are able to eat the cookies in a silent but yet also sweet victory. And this right here was the moment that the Cooper gang was officially born. You gotta absolutely love that these little ones planned this whole thing out together. Even though it's not the typical career path you want to find yourself in real life, you have to praise them for this entire plan, scheme, and operation that they put together. And this is the reason why it gets number 6 on this list. Number 5. Defeating General Tsao in a fight from Sly 3. General Tsao, arguably the most evil character in this entire franchise, right next to a certain bird, but we're not gonna, maybe we could get into a debate about that, but as far as I'm concerned, General Tsao is easily a top 3 or top 2 evil villain in this entire franchise, so he needed an ass whooping. Luckily, we have the right man for the job. Even though Murray probably would have laid his ass out too, but Sly being able to lay him out just as badly as Murray probably could have is even more insulting to the bird. Like, I cannot believe that General Tsao lost this fight to Sly, but it goes to show you that Sly is a capable 1v1 fighter. After kidnapping Jing King and doing a break-in and entering on our safe house practically, Sly and the gang attempt to get the ThiefNet computer back after General Tso stole it. Sly manages to fight General Tso on bamboo sticks, which results in one of the greatest Sly Cooper boss battles in this entire franchise, and then the second half is just as incredible too. You just really gotta hate the smug look on General Tso's face and the smug words that he has, especially about Jing King. Just makes you want to whip his ass even more. And luckily, with the help of Sly, we are able to do that. Even though he still escapes at the end of this chapter because the boss fight was a bit earlier than we anticipated for a Sly Cooper chapter, you cannot deny that this was a very gratifying moment in this entire franchise. We also get a bit more gratification with this chicken by taking out his black dragon and kidnapping Jing King without him even realizing it. Sly absolutely handing General Tso his ass multiple times in this chapter was gratifying enough that it was enough to get number 5 on this whole list. You just cannot let someone like General Tso get the last laugh because of how evil and despicable he is. And I guarantee you that there was fans out there that got more satisfaction in defeating General Tso than they probably did beating Clockwork. I can guarantee you that. Number 4. Defeating Dr. M from Sly 3. Just as much of another evil, annoying-ass villain in this franchise, even though you could compare the evils between him and General Tso, but you could debate it, but you cannot deny that this dude, Dr. M, was just as evil and as annoying as General Tso was. So when we get to enter inside the vault before he does in way shorter amount of time, you cannot deny that that was satisfactory in its own right. And then we defeat him in the inner sanctum of the vault, which was also another satisfactory moment because it proved that Sly was capable of holding his own in a fight. Also piling on top of the defeat of Dr. M, Carmelita shoots him down, and then he dies by letting stalagmites fall over him because he didn't want to give up the Cooper fortune. So yeah, defeating Dr. M in this entire mission, or entire chapter I should say, was definitely very satisfying, especially using Sly to do it because Dr. M was literally on the verge of killing Sly earlier in the game and had absolutely no remorse for it whatsoever. He deserved the fate that he got at the end of Sly 3, with Sly entering the vault before him, Sly collecting the inheritance before he could, and defeating Dr. M in a fight, and Dr. M dying in the most gruesome death you'll ever see in this franchise. And also to add a cherry on top to the hot chocolate sundae that we got in defeating Dr. M, Sly got Carmelita. Number 3. Getting his family book back from Sly 1. The very first major heist in this entire franchise, stealing back your family book. After managing to get the pages from Sir Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, and Panda King, there's only one person left, Clockwood. Getting that final pages from Clockwood at the very end of Sly 1 is one of the most satisfying victories in this entire franchise. Maybe not the most satisfying victory because of what we would accomplish in later games, but definitely one of the most satisfying. You can just hear it in Sly's voice how vindicated he felt after getting those final pages from Clockwood's hands. Even though we would have to backtrack a bit to go back to Panda Cake's world to steal back the last page of the Thievius Raccoonus, this was still a very, very amazing and incredible moment. He proved to everyone, and most importantly, himself, that he was a master thief. Even sweeter because he did it without the book at his full disposal. With the full family heirloom back in his hands and having the best partners in crime he could possibly ever have, Sly goes out to become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, master thief of his universe. This moment is worthy of number 3, but it doesn't get any higher than 3 because the other 2 moments above it are just a bit more satisfying than this one. Number 2. Destroying Clockwork once and for all from Sly 2. After having time to sit down and think about that original 15 greatest Sly Cooper moments video where every character is involved in that, I really thought about it and now I'm starting to regret having this moment as number 1 and having another moment at number 2. So I decided for this video I'm gonna reverse the moments in terms of what it meant for the character. So yeah, destroying the Clockwork parts once and for all. This moment was definitely a very gratifying moment, even though in Sly 4 we would learn that one of the Clockwork parts stayed intact, unfortunately. But luckily Sly was able to keep that on hand for so many years. But anyway, back to this moment here. So yeah, Neela basically stole the Clockwork frame for herself and killed Arpeggio. Now it's up to the Cooper gang and Carmelita to figure out how to stop Neela from becoming immortal and bringing Clockwork back to life. It took a bit of tricky maneuvering, but Sly managed to not only defeat the bird in mid-air, but also managed to ground it permanently and stop it from reaching Paris fully. Bentley manages to get the hate chip out, and Carmelita is the one to put the final nail in the coffin, destroying the hate chip, since it was the only attack she could get on Clockwood, aka Neela herself. With the parts being destroyed and rusted right before their eyes, the Clockwood curse is finally lifted from the Cooper clan. Clockwood is literally Sly's greatest enemy of all time. Of course, he was always going to be number 2 on this list for finally being defeated once and for all. It's just amazing how these robotic parts were still able to stand the test of time for so damn long. But with a person like Sly, who was very determined to see something through till the end, was able to finally lift the Cooper curse along with the help of Bentley, Murray, and Carmelita. And this moment ranks higher than getting the book back because this was way more satisfying than getting the book back. We managed to rid a curse of the family once and for all. Now, this could have gotten number 1 like I said earlier in this entry, but I thought about it. I think that this other moment deserves to be number 1 on this list. But before we get to that, we're going to do a recap like we always do. And as usual, I'm going to give you guys some honorable mentions. So I'll see you guys in about a minute. And let's check out what these honorable mentions are, and we will get to the number 1 spot.
Hey, you! What's Octavio's house password?
Yep, here it is.
Tenor soprano, tenor soprano?
Yep.
Right, so there's no time to argue. Just go!
Sly,
I know, me too.
I do not know you, but only a true Cooper could have reached this cave.
Okay, we are down to the number 1 spot, guys. What is Sly Cooper's personal great moment? While you can argue that one moment is greater for the franchise, one moment in particular I think is greater for the character. And that moment being entering inside the Cooper vault from Sly 3. After everything we've been through in the span of 3 games, between getting the family book back and destroying the evil that was Clockwood, what's the only way that Sly could go out? Collecting his inheritance from all his ancestors. This was definitely, without a doubt, one of the most gratifying moments of all time, and I still remember the first time playing that mission and just going through the entire vault. Just being absolutely amazed and just feeling like we finally did it. We finally accomplished the one thing that we set out to do in this entire franchise. Also a gratifying moment for me because Sly 3 was my very first Sly Cooper game in the franchise playing, and then being able to accomplish this after taking so dang long to finally beat it was absolutely an incredible feeling for me. But enough about me, let's get back to the moment here. So yeah, we went through so much with Sly in this entire franchise. The amount of times he got betrayed, the amount of times he almost died, the amount of times he could have literally just quit. And he never did. He persisted through all the way till the end, almost dying literally earlier in that chapter at the hands of Dr. M, and then finally being able to break free from that almost near-death experience, and then get inside the Cooper vault once and for all. Which ties into the moment where he defeats Dr. M later inside the vault, and also finally getting to be with Carmelita after so long. Like, you cannot deny this was arguably the most satisfying moment for Sly Cooper as a character. If you've been playing the games in order, which unfortunately I didn't have the chance to do, you definitely felt vindicated in the very end of this entire franchise, at least for the next 8 years. But I digress. Entering inside the Cooper vault is easily the greatest moment for Sly Cooper as a character. Maybe not the greatest moment in the franchise for some people, but definitely the greatest moment for his character. And it is with that, guys, that we are done with this video, but not particularly done with the protagonist series, at least not yet. Because according to the comment section in the last 3 videos, and probably this video as well, you guys really loved this set of videos that I did, and you want to see more characters done for. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have more characters come out. I'm gonna have characters like Penelope, Neela, Panda King, Dimitri. I'm gonna try to give at least as many Sly Cooper characters as possible, at least 5 moments, or 5 of the greatest moments, or maybe I'll do a video talking about each character's greatest and worst moment. I think that'll be a good thing to have for the channel, because it looks like you guys really love these videos. So thank you, Raven, for the suggestion of these videos. They were doing well. And on top of that, thank you everyone else who helps out on the channel by suggesting videos, supporting videos, clicking the like button, subscribing. It helps the channel grow immensely. I want to continue growing, and I hope to see you guys next time. This is your boy Sly Lancy, and I'm out. And one last thing, please be on the lookout for some Divine Homes content. Please be ready for Divine Homes, guys. I'm working on them as we speak.